Well, here's a first look of the new Roborock S7 going over dried up coffee stains with its new vibrating mopping system. The Roborock S7 is planned to be released on March 24th of 2021 and it's priced at $649. So if you plan on getting the Roborock S7, watch this entire video because there's a lot of great information. I'm going to go over in depth everything you need to know about the Roborock S7, all its features, its detailed specs, everything. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Nathan here, Roblox S4. I'm super excited today because I'm going to give you guys an in-depth look at the Roborock S7. I got an exclusive video from Roborock from the PR kit about a month ago, and I want to show you some of the features that this new video highlights. I haven't seen this video on the internet, but I felt like I should show it to you guys because it has some good information about how the vibrating mopping system on the new Roborock 7 works. Also, we'll look into like the self-emptying bin. I got some pictures and we'll kind of go over like how I think the self-emptying bin is gonna work. Like, is it a bag system? Is it a bagless system? Like, where's the extractor port? All these interesting questions that it might be hard to explain without watching this video. But let's go ahead and jump into this video. And stay till the end because I do have the specification sheet and also the history of the Roborock S7. Alright, for further ado, let's get started and sit back, relax, enjoy this video, and feel free to share down below about the Roborock S7, any comments or any information you guys have. Alright, let's get started.
Hello, thank you for joining us today. We are very happy to be sharing with you the Roborock S7 and everything that's new about it. With the S7, we are introducing our new technology which is called Vibrating.
That's interesting. Vibrating. It's interesting how companies come up with naming schemes. I don't know why they come up with these crazy acronyms. But for example, the S6 Max V for the camera system was called the Reactive AI. Maybe they should just call it the Object Recognition System or something. I don't know. Let's keep on going.
Which is a combination of a sonic mopping system with an intelligent mop lift feature. The idea behind this is to give users a much deeper clean with more convenience.
Okay, so I did scour the internet and got some information about the app, and I actually have some pictures of the app right there. Now you may notice that there's an option for the deep clean. Yes, so this does have a deep clean function. I think it's only for the mopping system. I don't know if Roblox is going to actually provide a dedicated mopping pattern or if it's just going to increase the vibration of the mopping system. Now the vibration is from 1600 times per minute up to 3000, and that's in the ultrasonic range, which starts around 20 Hertz. Alright, let's keep on going here.
Without further ado, I'll be showing some clips of the feature as well as some close-up shots of the model itself. So let's get to it.
Okay, so if you like mechanical stuff, well, here's a look at how the system raises up. So it looks like up top there's the motor, and over off to the right there's the connector for the power and the sensors. Now take a look at the mechanics there. Got a warm gear drive, and it looks like we got a steel cable that kind of lifts up, and then we got this like spring or actuator that provides pressure so it can lift down. So very, very cool little mechanics there. That's overly complex, but I hope it's fairly durable, and it looks fairly durable. And looking at the gears here, they're kind of slanted, so I believe they're what called helical gears, so they provide better torque. But very cool operation. I like looking at the mechanics of these things. Let's keep on moving here.
Okay, so here we are at our first demonstration booth. This is an S7, and this part down below is the mop module. The vibration part is actually centered around the middle.
Okay, so you notice that it's actually vibrating a little bit. He's demonstrating how the vibration works. Now, if you can tell, I really can't see an extractor port anywhere, and some user mentioned it might be underneath the mopping system, but we'll go ahead and continue on with the video, and we'll actually demonstrate what's underneath this mopping pad.
Right, and to give you a better view, I'm going to remove this cloth to show you the structure beneath it.
Okay, so it looks like this system's held on by Velcro. That's what the other Roborock with the mopping system. It's pretty simple to put the mopping pad on, just slap it on with Velcro. But let's look at the mechanics here.
Is what enables the sideward sonic mopping movement. right? And there are several scrub settings on this, low to high, but the maximum, it's at 3,000 times per minute, right? Making this one of the fastest, if not the fastest, sonic mop on the market.
Okay, so I have tried out some other vibrating mopping systems like the T8, the with the Shark AI, and yes, Roblox does have the fastest mopping system out there. No other vibrating mopping system can vibrate up to 3,000 times per minute. But take a look here. Let's see. I'll zoom in for you guys, but there's that new extractor bar. It's a rubber design, so we'll see how well it is, how well it picks up dirt and debris. They say that it gets closer to the ground, and I believe the rubber extractor bars will provide less resistance on like carpeting. So I have seen some users have issues with like the extractor bar error. I did receive some extractor bar errors on the S6 Max V. So that's just something to look out for. We'll see how well this new rubber design works. But then again, take a look here. I don't see where the extractor port is for the new self-emptying bin. So that's kind of a mystery. So just from my theory, I think it's more towards the center there. I don't think they're going to redesign the dustbin towards the back. All the dustbins are actually in the front. So that's just something to look at, and feel free again, let me know down below where you think the extractor port is from the new self-emptying bin. But we'll look at more in depth later on after this video clip here.
Right, I will be showing you the sonic mop in action, right? An actual use case scenario in our homes would be, for example, there's some stains, coffee stains, sauces, even mud, right, that we have on our floor. And what we want is to direct the S7 to the spot, to clean up that place, right, directly. So here we have prepared some stains made from coffee, and they are dried now. So I'm going to just swipe my finger up, right?
Okay, so this is actually a really good demonstration. So what it's going to do is going to actually use the pin or the remote control feature to drive the robot over the stain, but there's also a pin to go feature. So in the Roborock app, you actually have the ability to do a spot clean to the selected area. This is a really great feature. So the robot back would do like a 1.6 by 1.6 meter squared area. And I felt like the spot clean function on the Roblox is really good. Instead of just doing like a spiral clean out and back in, like on the Roombas, it actually does like a small crisscross pattern. So it really does a concentrated area. And this would be great for like the mopping, especially with that vibrating mopping system enabled.
Across and then to show that it's dry. And then let's see how this Roborock S7, right, clean across it. Let's go. So what we do is to let the S7 hover across it via the joystick mode, where we.
So that's interesting that he kind of stopped in the middle. But just from looking at this, it looks like it maybe got 30% of it. But what he's going to do is he's actually going to return back and go over again, and it gets to like 100%. So again, you can use the joystick mode, you can use the pin to go, you can also just draw an area out in the map. So there's a bunch of options you can do to get this spill.
Control it remotely, but aside from the joystick mode, there are several other options you can use on the app, right? For example, you can draw a zone, right, a cleaning zone over the spot itself, right? Or we can select pin and go, right? There's a pin and go function, right, that gets it over there. So here we see.
Yeah, what do you guys think? It looks like it did a good job, but again, it's kind of hard to see just from that certain angle. You might want to get up close and see if there's any residue left over, but just from this shot, it looks like it basically got all the coffee stains.
After 2 passes, the dirt on the floor is basically gone, right? So this is where we think a more proactive approach to mopping, with the vibration, would clean better, would disintegrate dirt much better. Okay, that's that for this, and I'm going to show you the next stage, the next feature, which is the mop lift feature. So here we have the S7, right, on the demo mode, and I'm going to try.
Alright, so here's the different look at the robot here. So it does come in 2 colors, but look at the design here. You notice that there's the little front cutout that's for the infrared sensors for the object recognition. Now, this thing doesn't have a camera-based system. It uses infrared to avoid objects in front, but the LiDAR sensor also does a really good job avoiding objects as well. Now, it is a pressure-sensitive dome just from looking at it. There's like a little groove, so yes, you can actually click on it, so low-hanging furniture, it won't bump its head. And off to the right, there's that speed-sensitive side brush, and you also got the cutout for the dedicated wall sensor, which is on par with the Roborock S6 Max V. It's right there. So the design-wise, the S7 is very similar to the S6 Max V, minus that camera system. And it does look like it's using the same silicone brush design. It's a 5-arm system, so I really like the silicone side brush design on the Roblox. Alright, let's keep on going here.
Right. I've just dropped it down to its mopping mode, and then I'm going to select the lift, and there you see, there's the lift, and then the mopping.
Okay, so here's another angle of the Roborock. Notice the mopping system is fairly quick, and there's actually an ultrasonic sensor in the front that detects the carpet. So once the carpet is detected, it will lift up. So later in this video, he's going to demonstrate the different modes that they can use for the ultrasonic sensor. But let's look at the water tank here. Looks like it's a rear-loading water tank, and the dustbin itself is up on the top because you may see that hinge that allows you to lift up the back there, and you can see the dustbin right here. So I don't think the dustbin is going to be in the back there, it's more towards the center. Okay, let's keep on going with the video.
One more time, the lift. Right, so you see on the lift, you know, scrubbing stops, water flow stops, and it's just a static vacuuming situation. So we're going to show you next the setting in in this area that we set up. It's a dining room environment, right? Hardwood floors, area rug, and then let's see how the S7 transitions from the hardwood floor onto carpet and then off it.
So this is actually a really good demonstration because in my situation, I actually have hardwood floors, and then I have a master bedroom and it's all carpeted. And one issue I have with the original Roblox that have mopping systems is I couldn't physically get to the bathroom area because the carpeted area is blocking that area and there's no other way to get around it. So having the lifting module, it will really make it a lot easier to go over the carpet area without mopping the carpet and then being able to mop up my tiles.
So let's give it a try. So we are using a joystick mode here, so there might be a slight delay in the response time, but as a rule of thumb, it's about 1 or 2 seconds before, till it lifts, and then when it lifts,
So it only lifts about a couple millimeters, so this is a low profile carpet, but you can see that there's still a little bit of gap, so you can probably get away with the medium profile carpet, but Roblox does say that high profile carpets, it may drag the mopping system, so that's just something to note there.
Mopping stops, water flow stops, and once it gets down on the floor, everything resumes. Okay, so that's that. And next, I'm going to show you something new that we have on the app. So, on the app, you will now be able to see which areas have been mopped and which are the ones with carpet. So on the app,
so this is actually very, very handy. So previous Roblox models with the mopping system, you had to draw like a no mopping zone. And one thing it's going to talk about is the accuracy. When you have a carpet sensor, it's going to be more accurate. It's going to actually draw exactly where the line of your carpet is. So for example, maybe you have like a very expensive Persian rug and you don't want the raw vacuum to go on there. With the new ultrasonic system, it's actually going to let you know where exactly what the outline of that Persian rug is, and you can do a more accurate no mopping zone. So I really like the ultrasonic sensor on this guy, and it's going to give you a more in-depth detailed look at where your carpets are.
You see the ones with a white shade beneath it, that is the areas that mop. The benefits of this is that users will be able to choose the customization options available. For example, number 1, yes, this is a carpet. The next time you're cleaning this, continue as normal, lift and stop mopping, right? The second scenario is when you are you do not want the S7 anywhere near or on the carpet. So for example, you have a very expensive rug, or it's white in color, or basically it has a longer pole. So yeah, you basically don't want the S7 on it. So you can choose that and say, okay, the next time you're here, please back off.
Okay, so you may notice the other look at the S7. Now the air vent is from the bottom right there. It's very similar to the S6 Max V. The exhaust vent's right there. Actually, it's more, yeah, so it should be there. And there's actually a speaker on the what is this, the right side of the robot. So it's interesting where they put the exhaust vent. I just hope that it blows up towards the top so it doesn't scatter the debris around.
Third, and the last scenario is when you do not mind the S7 going onto the carpet. So for example, Roborock Max, right? You don't mind it being mopped. So that's also one option you have. There you go. So basically I've covered everything about sonic mopping and the lift. And so I hope you enjoyed that. And you have any other questions or you have a request for me, just send it in. Thank you very much. Hello. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, what do you guys think about that helpful video? I haven't seen this video on the internet, and I felt like I wanted to share it to you guys. And again, feel free to shoot down a comment down below what you guys think about the S7 and any thoughts. Okay, so now the biggest question is the self-emptying bin. So here's everything I know about it. I'm going to show you a couple of renderings. Yes, Roblox does say it's renderings, but you can get a lot of information about the picture itself. So here's the first picture I have. We're going to go and zoom in here. So it looks like the self-emptying bin itself, you can't change colors, but you can change colors of the robot. So it does come with white and black. Here, so let's go ahead and take a close look up to the top here. Okay, so you notice that there's like kind of like a vent or like the exhaust vent. I believe this is where it pulls in the air, is from the top here. So it does have the vacuum motor off to the left there. Now in the middle there is the LED indication. I don't know if it's just for power, but it also lets you know if the system's full. For example, if the canister is full. Now here's something that a lot of people are questioning: is this a bag system or bagless system? Well, look at this, guys. You notice this little kind of crease right there? I think it's a bagless system because this canister looks like it actually can lift up, and the window itself is clear. So the only other bagless system I know of that has a self-emptying system is the Shark IQ. It actually was a bagless system. A lot of people liked it. Now, one thing I remember from the Shark IQ self-emptying bin system was it had 3 filters, or 3 air filters. So I don't know how many filters this guy has, but that's just something to note. So now the other question is this system extract from the rear of the robot, or does it extract towards the center? Well, if you look here, you notice that the mopping module is still on and is sitting on its docking station. So it looks like there's some kind of extractor port more towards the center there. It could be that Roborock in the demonstrations didn't show the extractor port, and I couldn't see any cutouts or any areas where the extractor port could be. So it's up in the air, but I think you could still have the robot back in dock and still have the mopping attachment on. So that's just something to consider. Okay, let's go and look at the other picture here. So here's just a look at the black version. I think I like the black on black. I don't like the black with white. That's just my personal taste. Maybe they'll make a self-emptying bin version that's all white. Who knows? But very, very cool. And you can see in this demonstration or this rendering, the mopping pad isn't on. So that's kind of interesting. But what do you guys think of the design? So yeah, there's that 3-button layout. It looks like we got the spot clean function, we got the clean function, and we also have the return to home and power button. And look at this little kind of like ripple effect, kind of shows the wave. So cool. Alright, so yeah, giving you my thoughts or giving you your thoughts on what you think of this self-emptying bin. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm going to demonstrate some of the specs here. I do have the specification sheet. So feel free to pause the video and we can look at the specifications here. So before we do that, this is just the information from Roborock. Kind of gives you the history of when the Roborock S7 was released. It was released on CES of 2021, and basically Richard Chang was the chief executive or the chief person in charge of the project. and it kind of gives you some history and some specs. 1650 times per minute up to 3000, and they call it the Vibrating mopping system, and it talks about the new self-emptying bin system, has 2500 pascals, has the same battery capacity of the Roborock S6 Max V, around 5200 milliamp hours, works with Google, Siri, and also Alexa. And let's keep on going here. And then this is the website you can go to. It's the usroborock.com, and they have over 40 different countries they deliver to. Alright, so let's go and show you the specification sheet. Zoom in here. Okay, and again, feel free to pause the video and you guys can look at it. So this is the product size. The weight is probably on par with the S6 Max V, close to 9 pounds or so. And one thing that the S6 Max V doesn't have is the different color options. You can get this in white and black. And a lot of the other specs are very similar. You got max suction around 2500 pascals. Battery life is similar, around 180 minutes. Now, one thing that's a little bit different is the capacity. I believe on the S6 Max V it was a 460 milliliter dustbin, and this guy is slightly larger at 470 milliliter dustbin, so that's just something to consider, but the water tanks themselves are about the same. And it can cover up to 200 square meters, and for the mopping area, 200 square meters, which is a very large area. And there's the charging time, less than 6 hours. And yes, it's a little bit louder. It's probably on par with the S6 Max V, around 67 decibels. For the original Roborock S6, it's around 60 decibels, so it's not the quietest Roborock that they make. And then here's all the new designs or the new features. It's that sonic vibrating mopping, the auto lift function, the carpet detection, and the rubber floating brush. So a lot of the other features are similar, like the vacuum mopping capabilities. It does have the pressure mopping. Basically just applies a little downward force on the mopping pad. So here's some other stuff: detachable main brush, dynamic side brush, anti-collision soft rubbers, dual design mopping panel. So I did feel like the mopping pad was easy to remove. Also, sliding out the mopping pad itself was pretty easy as well. So it's a really good design. And here's all the app features for the smart mapping. You got room cleaning, multi-level mapping. So currently the S6 Max V supports up to 4 maps, and one nice feature is you can physically move the robot to a different area. If the map is saved, the robot backend will update that map in real time, and you don't have to do anything. So that's a really nice feature, and I assume that the Roborock S7 should have that same feature. So yes, you got map saving, virtual barriers, no-go zones, dynamic Z-shaped cleaning patterns, water tank and mopping bracket detection sensor. So basically, the system will know if you have a mopping pad installed, also will know if the mopping bracket is installed. And there's some other features: no mopping zones, clean path display, mopping path display, carpet display. There's that use of the ultrasonic sensor, and you've got deep cleaning mode. So this is very exciting. There's a lot of great information, a lot of great features that the Roborock S7 has. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm super excited to get the Roborock S7, and I wanted to kind of go more in depth of how the vibrating mopping system works and some speculations on the self-emptying bin. Alright, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm so glad you guys stayed till the end and watched this video. So be safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.